hustle. Looking up first. It's run. It's this expectations. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Hey, those punches add up. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. Jab does not score. A straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
What a punch. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That punch lands. Good counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
That counter shot lands. Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This is a high-octane battle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they had...
And there's the bell to start round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter lands. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Beautiful counter shot. And he just missed with that left jab. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Johnny, I love watching these lighter fighters just based on the hand speed and the foot movement. So impressive to watch. That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Back and forth they go. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be this.
On to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
We have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Jab slightly off target. They exchange punches. Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How about that time counter shot? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good counter punching. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They drop their guard, they get caught. Looking to land the hook. Catch and shoot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. On to the fourth we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Can't score with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. There's a counter shot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. A perfect counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Nice counter punch. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That jab doesn't score. Down goes Teofimo. Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see. This fight has a real good flow to it.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skimming, go for speed.
That counter shot lands. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. That uppercut just missed. So close with that uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Can make or break a fighter.
Come on, you've led him back into this.
Great work. I love that. I love that. A jab slick. Just keep him on.
What are you doing? It's this complete.
On to the sixth round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Good, look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Garcia. Here we go. It's round 7. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Oh, what a punch! Well done. down with that counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with that jab. Nice job to block that uppercut. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Just missed with that hook. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round. There's the bell to start round 8. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
To see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Perfect counter shot. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They both want the knockout. Straight right just misses. Right now the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. Big shot, and down goes Garcia.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. counter punches have to hurt. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Ten seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. I told you.